Okay, so this video is for the strong ones, for the ones that everybody knows that they can depend on, for the ones that people know that when you show up, no matter if things are going wrong, everything's going to work out. And I wanted to have this conversation because sometimes we feel like it's unfair to always have to be the strong one. We feel it's unfair because we're always the one trying to push somebody forward or try to pull somebody up. And I had a conversation with somebody before, and they were really saying like they didn't feel like they were getting what they were putting out. And the truth is, most of the time, you will not get what you put out. You may help 100 people and only one person may help you. I know that's not too encouraging, but the encouraging part is coming, right? And the encouraging part is that many of us are built to pull somebody forward. Many of us are built to be that strength to somebody. And I know that doesn't sound the best or it doesn't sound exciting, but God has placed something in each inside of us. And sometimes we are the ones, we are the leaders, we are the ones that can give that encouraging word. We are that ones. And I hear many people say, well, who's going to encourage us? Right. And I believe that God will send the right people to encourage you. But I want to encourage you today to don't get disheartened by helping people and not receiving anything back. Because most of the time, you will not receive anything back. But God has put such a mandate on your life so that you can help other people, so that you can be the strength for somebody else, so that you can be the one that will pull somebody up again, and not expecting anything in return, because I believe that that's when we get in trouble, when we begin to expect things. We expect people to just give us half of what we have given them. But I'm here to let you know that continue to be you, even if they don't applaud you. Continue to be you, even if they don't celebrate you. Because when you begin to say, okay, I'm going to stop doing because nobody does it for me, you become fake and phony. Simple as that. You're not your authentic self. Your authentic self, you are a giver. Your authentic self, you are an encourager. Your authentic self is you are the one that will be there and show up for somebody else. So you continue to be you and don't expect anybody else to pour back into you the way that you pour into somebody else. And simply because there is only one you. So if there's only one you, understand that nobody's going to do it like you. And I hear you. Well, I don't mind that, but I just need a little bit back in return. And, rightfully so. Many of us want something back in return, but I just don't want you to move past who you are because of what somebody else is doing or is not doing, right? So you should continue to be who you are while they're being who they are, even if they are pouring back into you, right? You continue to be who God has created you to be. And when you continue to be who God created you to be, right? You create atmospheres for God to bless you. You create room for God to pour out blessings upon you, right? So, what God is even telling us today is to continue to be who He has called us to be, not who the world tells us we should be, not who people tell us we should be, not even who our emotions tell us who we should be, but we have to continue to be our authentic self. If you're a helper, continue to help. If you are a giver, continue to give. If you are a person that just likes to be there for people, continue to be there for people. And just understand that there's only one you, and they may not be there for you. But I thank God that God is there for us. God is the one that will pour into us. God is the one that will give us everything we need at the right moment. Because sometimes we think we need things when we really don't, right? We think we need some encouragement when we really just need to be leaning on more on God. So I just wanted to encourage you today to let you know that you are who God has created you to be and to walk authentically in that. Whatever it is, walk authentically in that. And when you begin to walk authentically in who God has called you and created you to be, then you can continue to walk through life happy. You can continue to walk through life with your head high, because you understand that you are being authentically you. Because I truly believe that once you start stepping outside of being authentically you, for example, if you're a helper and you say, I'm going to stop helping because nobody helps me, then you begin to walk through life and you're not authentic anymore. So, whoever you are, God is calling us to continue to be authentic, to continue to be the people that He has called and chosen for us to be, and understand that it's not going to be easy. I'm not going to say that you're going to watch this video and then in 5 minutes you're going to run down the street jumping for joy. Absolutely not. But what I am saying is that when you rest in who God has called you to be, right? When you rest in who you are, then it is easier to walk through life rather than trying to walk through life being opposite of who God has called you to be, right? So you may be tired of helping that same person. You might be tired of continuing to pull that same person up. You may be tired from continuing to do what nobody else is doing for you. But I'm telling you that there is peace in being who you are. So no matter the circumstances, no matter the situation, just continue to be authentically you. Love everybody, encourage everybody, continue to be there for everybody, because at the end of the day, your blessing comes from God. It doesn't come from people. It doesn't come from people saying thank you. It doesn't come from people being there for you because you was there for them, because people will show you really quickly, if you let them, that they are flawed. But no matter how flawed people are, right? Us included, no matter how flawed we are, let's continue to be our authentic self and rise above, everything that people do to us in life. Rise above, if your boss at work is, driving you crazy and they're trying to make your life, unpleasant. Rise above it if you have somebody that doesn't appreciate your value and doesn't appreciate who you are. Rise above these things, because when you continue to rise above these things, the things that were bothering you and the things that were making you feel bad about yourself, it now begins to be below you and you're above it. And that's what happens when you rise above it. So I believe that God is even telling you right now, whether it's in a job situation, whether it's a work situation, whether it's a living situation, no matter what the situation is, rise above it. And as you rise above these things, you will begin to see life in a whole nother way, because you have chosen to rise above certain things. So I wanted to tell you today that God is calling you not to stay where you are, but to rise above it. Rise above the hatred. Rise above the disappointment. Rise above the loneliness. Rise above the wanting people to be there for you because you was there for them. Rise above it. And as you rise above these things, I promise you, you will see the grace. I promise you, you will see the mercy. I promise you that you will see the peace of God on your life. I believe that God has sent this video just for you, to let you know that whatever state that you are in, no matter how you got there, you can rise above it. No matter what situation brought you to either a crossroad or this point in your life, you can rise above it, right? And we start to get in trouble, as I said earlier in the video, when we stop trying to be who we are made to be. When you stop trying to be that, then you get in trouble. But I just wanted to encourage you today to rise above it. Whatever the situation is, you can write it in the comments what the situation is, or you can just write something in the comments, but rise above it. Whatever God is calling you to do and somebody else is not agreeing, God can be calling you to start a ministry, a business, a company, whatever it is. And everybody else has said, oh, it's not going to work out. Or everybody else might have said, I don't think that's going to happen. I want to encourage you. Rise above it. Rise above everything. And when you rise above it, you'll see the grace and mercy of God attached to it. God bless you. I pray to see you in the comments, and stay with God, and He'll stay with you.